In today's video, we discuss the difference between healthcare lawyer and FDA lawyer and what the distinction means in terms of your potential legal needs. Many of our clients, upon watching our videos or reading our blog posts or seeing our website, take notice when we say healthcare and FDA lawyers, and they ask us whether these are one and the same thing, whether they cover totally different ground or something kind of in between. I'm Michael H. Cohen, founding attorney of Cohen Healthcare Law Group, and we've advised by the time you watch this video, perhaps thousands of clients in the health and wellness industry on legal issues involving healthcare and FDA law. Today I'm going to explain what we mean by each of these categories and give you the scoop on which each one really is. By the end of this video, you'll know which areas healthcare lawyers and FDA lawyers each cover and where your potential legal questions and concerns might fit into the overarching picture. To begin, I want to dispel the notion that healthcare law is all about medical malpractice. This is what physicians always think about first and foremost. What if they get sued? What if there's a claim? Medical malpractice is actually a very small part of the market for legal services involving medicine, let alone the wider health and wellness industry. In fact, for the medical malpractice liability risk, there's medical malpractice liability insurance, and much of the time this doesn't get triggered. The percentage of claims against primary care doctors are relatively low. Now, the way we break down this legal landscape really broadly for you is into two parts to keep it very simple. So first, there's healthcare law, which applies to healthcare services in general. For example, if you're a medical doctor and you're practicing medicine, you're going to be governed by the healthcare laws of your state with respect to your medical license. For example, you do have a license from your state. The state medical board controls your license. What do you have to do to get licensed? Well, a lot. And what do you have to do to keep your license? What will get you into physician discipline, investigation, and possible loss of licensure, and therefore, what things are prohibited or what things are going to raise your risk profile with regard to licensure and discipline. Now, for the second piece of the picture, let's talk about FDA and FTC law, which apply to health and wellness products as opposed to services. If you're a physician or a layperson or a healthcare venture, a business, let's say a healthcare business, and you're promoting a health and wellness product, be it a dietary supplement, a cosmetic, a medical device, a drug, a biological, a vaccine, a probiotic, or radiation-emitting treatment, these are all going to be regulated by the FDA, which regulates products in interstate commerce, which is really broad. I mean, almost everything is interstate commerce. I've taught constitutional law. So to have a health and wellness flavor, orientation, think about it being broad. It's important to classify what that product now is so you can understand how the FDA can exercise its jurisdiction. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, controls advertising. It regulates, it prohibits false and misleading advertising. You're going to want to get FTC legal review for your advertising and marketing claims for your health and wellness products. So services, state law, products, think FDA and FTC. Very simply, again, think health and wellness services, which are primarily concerned with what we call healthcare law, and health and wellness products, which are primarily concerned with FDA and FTC law. Depending on which side of the coin you fall on, you may be a more natural match for a healthcare lawyer or an FDA lawyer. But luckily for you, we practice both healthcare law and FDA law. And whether you're a healthcare practice or a healthcare business selling a product, you can always benefit from legal review of your business arrangements and business plans to identify possible areas of legal regulatory risk and help you to mitigate these legal and regulatory risks. Thank you so much for watching. If you still have questions, click on the link below, cohenhealthcarelaw.com/contact, to send us a message or book an appointment. Here's to the success of your healthcare venture, whether it's services, products, or both. We look forward to speaking with you soon.